Nasa Tennessee ba tayo? Ba't parang Tennessee to? Say hi. No.
Looks like
We're just documenting our trip. But no, we're in Iowa. Hello guys, and welcome to another travel vlog. In this video, I will be sharing with you our ultimate fall colors road trip, which we did on the first weekend of October 2020. We are Filipinos with a healthy dose of wanderlust, and while the pandemic did hit travel so bad, we used that opportunity to craft an escape for our mind and soul that involves a considerable effort at isolation. For easier social distancing, of course, that is, a road trip to the wide outdoors. The beauty of nature we saw in this trip exceeded our expectations, and it can be a feasible weekend itinerary to plan about if you are based in the Chicago area where we are from. Of course, it's also doable if you live in other places, say like Des Moines or Milwaukee. We decided to base ourselves in Dubuque, Iowa for this trip, and went to locations near or in it, including Pikes Peak State Park and the Mines of Spain recreational area. Part of the reason of choosing Dubuque was that we wanted to avoid the more popular destinations in the mind of Chicago day trippers, for better chances at social distancing, of course. With that said, hop on board on our social distancing influenced Midwestern fall colors journey. This is our first sandaling stopover lang on our way to Galena, Illinois, and we just stopped on a scenic overlook. And what can we see here? Marami rin tao, makikita nyo. As you can see, we can see this view over here.
Daryl, ito oh.
Yes, ito kinukuha ko na ng video.
Sama kami.
Ito yung mga kasama ko. Hello.
Ito.
We are trying to stay safe. Social distancing between from different people. Sandaling stopover lang kami dito, so we could see the view and take a selfie. We have just arrived in Galena, and masks are required, of course, just to be more safe. I wore my face shield. Thank God we had an easy time finding parking. Back camera. So now we're walking towards the business or tourist district of Galena. We will arrive in that area shortly. We are about to grab lunch. Tita Terry, Tita Leah, and Ninang, fashionable Ninang. Look at those houses. Coldwell Banker. The weather is nice. It's like 70s. Medyo mainit. And it's like there's a lot of people because there's Columbus Day. It's Columbus Day weekend. There was a lot of traffic going here, so but we managed. in like a small unknown town somewhere in Iowa, and I saw here like Iowa's oldest operating restaurant, but we're really here to go to another scenic overlook, unplanned stopover. As you go here,
Yan pala.
hello everyone, we are here over the Mississippi River Valley.
Mayroon ka nagsagot sa tanong ko.
Very beautiful. Hi, Tita Leah. Oh, ganda ng view mo dito. Oh. Picturean kita dito. Snapshot. Or dyan na lang sa phone mo. Oh, sige. Binibidyoan ko lang muna. Sobrang ganda. Wow. Natempt ako mag-stop pero walang stop na maganda yung ano. Tama sila. National Scenic Byway is really so beautiful. Now we have arrived at Pikes Peak State Park. Still social distancing and masks. Medyo hapon na, we were quite late, pero I know we'll still get a good view. Daming tao. Here's the fall colors. It's a nice place. See, we're at Pikes Peak State Park.
We're gonna be down at the end.
And we'll try to do some hiking along the way. Things to do.
You can go over there and whisper
Yeah.
right to that window.
So the four of us are about to be mesmerized by the viewpoint here at Pikes Peak State Park. And it's the peak of the fall colors. Can you see that beauty over there? Beautiful, guys. This is like the best. This is such a sight to behold. Dito muna tayo sa taas. Here's what you can see.
Hindi mo malalaman.
Wow! Guys, may nagbubuting sa baba, oh. Ayan. Ayan, oh. Hello from Pikes Peak State Park
Hello.
in Iowa.
Sino ba yung nakamas?
Hello. Sino ba yung nakamas?
Ang galing ko.
That side there is Wisconsin. On the other side, this is the Mississippi River.
Mac and cheese.
This is the food we're having for dinner from Pepper Sprout Restaurant, Midwestern Cuisine in Dubuque, Iowa. What we're having right now, this is Cajun mac and cheese. This is gumbo and seafood gumbo, and it's actually already good for like these are two dishes. We had an appetizer earlier, the fall dip. This is already good for us for the dinner. This is already a lot. And now it's time to eat.
And T-Rex bit the head off of a stone bird.
On our second day, we explored some of the sites that the city of Dubuque has to offer. Starting with Crystal Lake Cave, just a couple minutes south of the city, this one was quite a surprise, as you couldn't quite see signs of the presence of a cave where it's at, located literally underneath a cornfield in a hilly area by the Mississippi River. The cave itself is quite small, so not really for claustrophobics, but what it lacks in size is made up for by the sheer variety of intricate rock and crystal lake formations inside. The cave tour took about 20 minutes. The owner and tour guide, Julie, will gladly show and explain the different formations you can see inside. Lots of photo opportunities await tourists in that cave, and it was something strikingly different in our itinerary, as you feel totally enclosed in a trip that's all about the outdoors. After emerging from our cave experience, we hiked at one more area in Dubuque, also by the Mississippi River, the Mines of Spain recreational area. There are a couple of hiking trails with varying levels of difficulty for us to try, and I opted to choose one which looked to be very scenic. One of the first sites you can choose to see in the area is the monument named after the first European to settle in what was to become the state of Iowa, the Julien Dubuque Monument. He was also what Dubuque is named after. Set atop a hill overlooking the Mississippi River, this place offers you spectacular views in a wide range of directions. The city itself can be seen in one. A couple of hiking trails start there. You might notice that the colors haven't peaked yet in this area as compared to the full color we saw in Pikes Peak State Park. But that is somehow unsurprising, since Pikes Peak is already more than an hour north of Dubuque. At the time of our visit, the Dubuque area has yet to reach peak color. But all the same, the scenery is beautiful. And we were already lucky with the weather on that weekend. It was even 70s the other day. How much more perfect could it get? Hello from Julien Dubuque Monument! Iowa! Out of the many trails in the Mines of Spain area, we chose to try out the Horseshoe Bluff Trail, which was a relatively easy to moderate hike, but still with stairs and slopes. What a great choice for us. The views are majestic. As you burn calories with your walk, jog, or hike, the presence of these limestone cliffs all around you gives the needed refreshment. These slopes and rock formations make the visit truly worth it and are actually quite rare sights in the Midwest. And without the crowds, it's truly a journey you can be at peace with. So we're now at this part of the Horseshoe Bluff Trail. We're walking up a quite steep stairs. This is what you see around us. Gonna follow this trail. We're now on higher ground. Oh my god, that's scary. That's a steep drop over there, guys.
Oh my God.
Holy cow. Yes. Don't even bother to go to the edge. Not me.
Ako na-picturean mo. Na-picturean na ako. AG. This is
And another half day of sightseeing is done. Time to feed our hungry bellies with lunch. We went to a restaurant called Catfish Charlie's, right in Dubuque and also by the river. Now, we head on to one of Dubuque's tourist attractions, the Fenelon Place elevator. At the top, you can see the whole of downtown Dubuque. Let's hop in! This is going to be our last stop in Dubuque before heading home. This is the Fenelon Place elevator, and they say this is the world's shortest and steepest elevator ride. And you have to ring this bell to signal that you're ready. You have to wear a mask when you're inside. Now we're on our way up. Ito, Terry, nakakatakot ba? Hindi naman. O, diba? We're going up, and away.
The steepest of the sword is posted. No trespassing inside.
And from here you can see a view of Dubuque downtown. Start to see the... Yeah, parang cable car. That's the other car going down. They're leaving at the middle. And it's not just the downtown you can see from here as it goes up. You can start seeing here the Mississippi River. We're about to reach the top. Let's see what we can see from there. This is the top of the Fenelon Place elevator. You could see there's a residential street here, but it's on top of the hill, of course, because behind us is this beautiful view of Dubuque. Downtown Dubuque and the Mississippi River. I'll take a panoramic video shot showing you from the north side up to the south side. This literally seems to be really the best view in town. And it's so much nicer with the fall colors almost reaching its peak in this area. Hi! From the Fenelon Place elevator. Stop. Ayan. Okay na. Dito kami sa apple orchard, Munchkie apples. We're just gonna buy some souvenirs and there's some cows over there. Alright. Beautiful farm scenery behind me. Medyo nagmamadali na kami. We need to go home, so we'll just buy some few souvenirs and we'll be on our way back to the Chicago. That wraps up our fall colors trip of 2020, a weekend well spent. What did you think of the places we went to? If you're from the Chicago area or in other nearby cities, is this fall color route something you'd take? Or have you been to any of these places already? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.